There was an unexpected turn of events and things did not go as planned backstage. But I never give up, even if it means tracking Gabe down in his own hometown.
What's good, YouTube? Welcome back to Grimm. This kid is about to be set straight by Dr. Phil. He's out here being a punk in the streets with his friends for absolutely no reason, and his parents are worried about him, even though they're the main problem, to be honest. Without further ado, let's hear about this kid's situation and see who's to blame.
That this young man's in trouble.
Yes.
Yes.
Do you think he is ganged up at this point?
I'm not sure, you know, he says he's active.
So everyone involved can agree that this kid is in a very bad position right now in life. You know, he's kind of getting to an age where basically any trouble that he gets in while riding around with his so-called homies, which basically means gang members, could mean long jail time or even him getting sent away for life. And even though we're about to see this kid and he looks like the polar opposite of what you'd expect a hardened criminal to look like, just remember that he is actually actively doing crimes, and he's been locked up a few times in juvie and has 2 felonies.
You wanted to talk without Jason out here to begin with, his father out here to begin with. Why?
I'm just intimidated by him.
This is the first problem that exists in this kid's life, though, real quick before we meet him. He has these 2 absolutely toxic parents that just low-key hate each other, you know, so much so that this mother can't even be on stage with the father at first. She just wanted to talk to Dr. Phil alone so that she wasn't, I don't know, intimidated by her ex-husband. I actually don't even know if the 2 are still married or not. They might still be in a relationship, but it is just not good at all, this situation between them, and I think it's really taken a toll on this kid.
Sharon doesn't seem to think that, she doesn't realize that yelling at him or in his face, it doesn't work.
Bro, the dad claims that this kid's mom is just too strict with him and that is having the opposite effect that she wants. You know, she is just purely making this kid want to lash out as much as possible by doing that, or at least that's what the dad thinks, and I kind of agree with that. According to the kid, though, he thinks that his mom is trying to report him on everything that she can so that the police get involved and she kind of has to take less responsibility for him and just has the law take over, which is pretty whack. I mean, that's pretty disgusting if that's the case. I really don't necessarily side with the father either when it comes to this kid, though. I mean, his stance on this whole thing is that the kid is going to act out regardless, so he should just loosen up on the reins and just let him figure out, you know, life and do whatever he wants, and he can learn his own lessons. But dude, that's just called not being a parent at all. So I mean, you two kind of have to find a middle ground here on this before it's too late and this kid is too old and makes one dumb decision that ruins him for the rest of his life. Like, this is literally a matter of your kid's safety at this point.
You belittle her in front of her children, calling her drunk.
I don't belittle her.
Yes,
I
you
belittle
do.
her.
I have been
Rosalie,
there before.
Okay.
Oh, that's the other thing. The intro videos they made for this guy made him look like the biggest jerk ever. He claimed absolutely no responsibility for this kid's messed up life and kind of just took every second that he had available on screen to be throwing this kid's mom under the bus, calling her a drunk and saying that she is just the worst parent ever, and fights with him when he's trying to be the best parent possible for this kid, blah blah blah. Basically, he's totally evading any sorts of responsibility for this child and also pulling a total whack move by just trying to make his wife look bad. Like, let's focus on the kid instead, bud. How about that?
These people that you are running the streets with, most of them have criminal records, right?
Some of them, yeah.
Yep, this is the teenage gangster we have been talking about this whole video, guys. When I said he looks nothing like a hardened criminal, I meant it, bruh, alright? I wasn't trying to, you know, fool you guys there. This really does not look like someone that has 2 felonies, but don't get it twisted, alright? According to this original upload's title, he has also been shot at 3 separate times and has a bunch of serious charges on his record. Like, I guess we should probably be taking this dude pretty seriously, or at least try to.
You're expected to do certain things that are criminal in nature, and that's high risk for getting arrested.
Yeah, Dr. Phil, I think this kid understands that. This man's over here explaining how crime and punishment works. Like, I think he's fully aware of that. That's not really stopping him from doing all these bad things, though, is it? I mean, I feel like he's just trying to ease his way into talking with this kid, but he's not a total moron, and we could probably skip past this part and get right into the nitty-gritty with him so that he stops doing this dumb stuff just to feel like he belongs somewhere, because that's all this is about.
Record, I keep getting violated for dumb stuff. I'm
Yeah.
just trying to,
What do they violate you for?
for my mom telling him stuff.
This poor kid's really trying hard to clear up his felonies, but his dumb mom keeps snitching on him. Obviously, I'm being sarcastic there. This mom is just trying to keep him on the straight and narrow. And like I said earlier, I'm sure it frustrates this kid and kind of makes him want to do more bad stuff just to get back at her and spite her in a way. But I really don't think she knows of any other way of parenting him, so that's just what she's been doing.
Just kicking it with the homies,
Well, you're
being out past curfew.
Not going to your probation or taking your test or
Gone for
following
days
through
at a
with your,
time.
You know.
He's literally not following any of his parole duties either, or whatever they're called, expectations, I guess you could say. He's out, quote, kicking it with the homies, aka doing everything he's supposed to be abstaining from while on parole. So of course his parents are going to get sick of seeing him do that and risking going back to jail and try to get him in trouble so that he is forced to not hang out with those kids anymore, and they might be able to just keep him home on like house arrest or something. I don't really know their plan, but she's just trying to make sure that he's not getting in more trouble by causing him trouble, I guess.
I got smacked up,
Who smacked you up?
some J-Cats.
So what'd they smack you up for?
I didn't even really do.
Come on, Dr. Phil, this is a classic J-Cat smack-up situation. It was all because he did some stuff he didn't do, you know? Gosh, it's like Dr. Phil isn't even from the streets, bro. He doesn't even get a thing this kid is saying. For real, though, I do love this kid's lingo. The way he explains everything kind of sounds like it's from a movie where the gangster characters were written by some old white dudes. Like, I don't think this is how people from the streets actually talk. This is just how people expect them to talk, if that makes sense. Like, he's totally playing a character right now.
You were stealing some guns from the wrong person.
Me and my homie were right there. Somebody stole some guns.
You didn't do it.
Dude, this kid is literally living through real-life GTA missions right now, bruh. He's having to steal valuable cargo from other people and everything, dude. Like, I hope he's just making this stuff up because that sounds insanely dangerous. And in my mind, it's still so crazy to imagine someone as young and small as this kid. I mean, he looks so innocent. Just to be out here doing this stuff, that is wild. I mean, I guess it really does happen though, and looks don't determine whether or not you're gonna be doing crimes. I mean, it's just good that they're trying to get this kid's life sorted before it's way too late.
What does posted up mean?
Just posted up, sitting right there on our phone, calling somebody like, where you at?
That was the dumbest explanation for the term posted up that I have ever seen. Something about this kid is just so hilarious to me. Like, I love the way he's been phrasing these things. So apparently posted up means sitting around on your phones, bugging more of your friends that aren't already hanging out to come hang out with you in the middle of this parking lot on a crazy hot day, doing absolutely nothing besides causing a mess and trying to look cool to all the people around you that are instead just annoyed by your presence.
So guys, real quick, I have a super fast challenge that only takes 5 seconds to complete. So if you can leave a like and subscribe within the next 5 seconds, you'll get 10 years of amazing luck. Just give it a try, it really works.
Gave you a miracle, bro. You weren't supposed to come this far. There's a lot of pain in that chest, bro. Probably a lot of questions. Why me? Why didn't I die?
My favorite side character in the Dr. Phil universe is back, boys and girls. This guy has come onto the show a few times to talk to kids that are like this, out of doing hood rat stuff, since, I mean, the same stuff that they're doing right now got this dude into spending half of his life in prison. And oh my god, I just love how he phrases this stuff. He's explaining to this kid that he's already done so much with his life, and I didn't really mention it yet because we just haven't gone over it, but this kid actually did beat cancer as a child. This dude is just pleading with this kid, though, to not throw away his second chance at life by being a no-good loser on the streets, basically, and that's all he's trying to get through to him. So real quick to wrap this up though, we do have a post-recording update. This rarely happens on Dr. Phil's show, so we really should just skip to this since it's so interesting. But anyways, I'll let Dr. Phil start to explain it.
There was an unexpected turn of events and things did not go as planned backstage. I never give up, even if it means tracking Gabe down in his own hometown.
Uh-oh, what are we about to be in store for? This kid was entirely down to go to the ranch after that dude talked him into trying again, and then when they were finished taping and got backstage, things got really dicey. So basically this kid refused to go to the wilderness retreat program that he agreed to, and as a result, Dr. Phil had to send his own goons down to this kid's hood unexpected just to get him to go. Talk about a power play coming from Dr. Phil right now, bruh. Like, I've never seen him do anything like this. This kid is setting a new precedent right now for this show, so let's see how it goes. Okay, so they're basically barging into this kid's room a week later in the middle of the night and try to practically drag him outside ride. They even had the police show up too as backup or to escort these transporters. Like, Dr. Phil was not messing around and not about to let this kid get away with not being helped at all. It's too dire of a situation, I think. I do love though how nice this kid is living. I mean, his house is in this nice suburban neighborhood. Like, why does he have to be going out and being a loser like this? Bro, come on, quit acting, okay?
We got in the car, he was restrained, but we were able to get him out of restraints within 5 minutes, and we were able to calm the situation down. We counseled him.
So it sounds like the kid is now in good hands and can hopefully make a speedy recovery from this loser lifestyle that he's been living. This was a crazy and hilarious episode throughout. I mean, just let me know what you guys thought of in the comments down below. It's pretty wild that they had to go hunt him down practically. But anyways, as always, I'll see you guys in the next video, and until then, peace out.